Harbour Youth Club has been taking part in history workshops about Slade Green. Slade Green is in the London Borough of Bexley, which was established in 1965. Before that, Bexley was part of Kent.
Our youth club is in the Harbour Centre, which used to be a secondary school. Before that, it was just fields. We found out that lots of the buildings that are here now didn't exist years ago. Hello, my name is Shazza. We've been detectives learning about how Slade Green looked before.
Hello, my name's Moses, and we've learned so many things about the depot, and we'll be telling you about it today.
Slade Green Depot was built in 1899 to 1901. We learned that before the station was built, people had to go to Erith to catch a train. Last week we spoke to older people who told us about the past. They told us about what jobs they did and about the war. And Harry looked like Elvis. This is a bogey.
Yes,
it is a very funny name, but that's what they called it in their time.
Because it was so funny.
And Harry told us about the bogey. During the war, the whole of Slade Green nearly went up in flames because a train full of explosive caught fire. But the heroes of Slade Green saved the day by moving the train up the tracks and away from the town. So thank you to them people who saved it.
Yeah, good heroes.
And jobs, jobs that people did in Slade Green, things. And we talked about in Slade Green, yeah, the heroes. Very good to ask that question would be Roy, because he knows that story. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tom.
Hi, I'm Lewis. We was looking at the maps today, and we looked at Tom's house, and Tom's house wasn't there, and my house wasn't there.
We had to talk about all the people who helped save Slade Green with all the bombs.
That happened in April the 16th, 1941. And we was seeing what was in there, and if the people who saved Slade Green from getting in disaster
are still alive now.
Slade Green wouldn't even be here now, right now. We looked at trains in this book. In the olden days, they had like a carriage had like 2 floors, and there's small and there's bogies under them, and ladies had to clean them. And we looked at pictures what looked like Slade Green,
and we could recognise all of them.
The shops were still there, but there's different companies working there.
And there was like hairdressers, libraries, there was no laundries.
And we looked at a photo of Moat Lane, and Moat Lane now is just got lots of trees.
Loads of trees, yeah.
And the motorbikes were weirder than today's motorbikes. They looked like massive window, and the wheel looked very weird. And me and Tom, when we was looking at houses, we was looking at other things like mates' houses,
school, how many fields there was, and all that.
And we read in the 1933 there mostly was houses and fields.
Yeah.
Do you know the little castle that's got the moat in Slade Green Marshes? Yeah. What did that used to be, a castle or something?
Well, I don't know too much about the history of it, but when my dad was a boy, there was people living in it. It was a house. My dad remembered it being a house. Not for very long, but then, as I say, he was a boy 100 years ago now. You know.
Some people say there's ghosts there. Do you think that's true?
No, I don't.
I don't believe in ghosts,
Yeah, me too.
but I'm sure people do, but I don't believe in ghosts.
You know, in the army, did you like ever? What was the food like? Was it just? Yeah.
Because if you're cooking for 500 men, you know that some people like things, some people don't, but you had to eat it.
We're looking at who published the maps and the area, how the area has changed, and look at the census from 1881, who was the head of the house and so on.
That's the amount they paid, which was £38.
That's actually quite good.
No, that's the tax, the rate, the council tax.
Could you draw a picture of Harry when he was young?
It's quite good, £38, like, in our day.
Yes.
Unlike some of the other industries in Bexley, Slade Green Depot is still going and it is still one of the biggest employers in Slade Green. Thank you for watching our film. We enjoyed making it.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Did you think it was interesting to learn about the history of your area?
Yeah, because I've never learned any stuff like this, and it's just great.
It was very fun because we got a lot of information and we really enjoyed it.
Because we were being like detectives for 2 days, really. Because just like asking them information and questions.
We preferred to look at the maps and do the thing, and we looked in a newspaper. We looked at this container and it had maps in, and it was very old because there's going on, there's like rips in it.
Because we could tell our grandchildren or children about what happened in the war and how everyone coped with it.